Well, hello, my lovely friends. It is Tuesday once again, and I am doing a collaboration for Easter. I hope you are spending time with loved ones and enjoying the holiday. I will have a list of the girls that are participating in the collaboration in the description bar below, so make sure you check them out. Each one of us is doing an Easter themed layout. And so I thought I would start with this cut file from Ashley Horton at the cut shop. I just really thought it was cute. I loved the flowers inside, the silhouette of a bunny, and also the words that are inlaid. So I just thought it was adorable. Now, it did take a moment for me to figure out how to fussy cut out these little elements to back, or these papers to back the flowers, but I finally made a template of one of the flowers and then just cut a ton of flowers from various background papers. And so I really do like how it turned out. It's very soft and very pastel, like Easter should be, or at least in my mind. I'm a traditionalist when it comes to that sort of thing. So I just thought I would do a little bit of outlining here so I knew where I was going to place this cute little bunny. And I'm going to go to town on some mixed media. I'm pretty heavy handed with the mixed media here. I'm not going to lie. I kind of went overboard, but I still think it turned out cute. Not quite as cute as I had hoped, just because I did get so heavy with the mixed media. I wish I would have toned that down just a little bit. But, it was super fun and I was enjoying the moment. And I have a tendency to go overboard sometimes on embellishments or mixed media. And I guess that's just who I am. So I'm going to go ahead and embrace that. I'm going to let this dry, and then I am going to reach for some Shimmers paints in Snow Way Man and Cold as Ice in Mandarin Mai Tai. So I just add water. I just kind of let the ink pool in different areas. I will dry some of it and I will let some of it just dry on its own. I find that that gives you a little bit of a different effect. So if you let it pool in areas, you're going to have a little bit darker in that area. If you dry it up immediately, it'll be a little softer. So I just like to blend and combine different looks of the same ink, if that makes sense. So, see, when you dry it up, it gets kind of much softer, and it did crinkle there in the center. I'm not sure why. I'm using a background that is, you can't tell, but it's got a little bit of a chicken wire, very very light chicken wire pattern on the back of it. I believe it's an old studio calico paper, and so it's not really very thick and wasn't meant to handle this much water and ink. And so that's why it buckled in that center area. But typically I use a heavier cardstock like the White American Crafts or the Close to My Heart Smooth White. So if you do use a thinner paper, like a lighter weight that's maybe a 65 pound as opposed to an 80 or 110 pound, you want to make sure that you let it completely dry, and that you're probably going to have to stretch the canvas with some nice heavy double-sided tape. So I do end up doing that with this one because it did buckle and warp quite a bit. So yeah, I am just still going to town here. And I'm going to let all of it dry before I put the bunny down. But that is the completed background, as you can see. And yes, some of this gets covered up with the bunny, but that's kind of the point. I wanted it to have this in the background underneath the bunny and kind of surrounding the bunny. And I did pop this bunny up on double-sided foam tape, and I really like that it stands up and adds that extra layer of dimension. So this is my youngest daughter, who is now all grown up, but in this picture she was 3 years old and she had on a bunny suit, and we put little whiskers on her, and she was not very happy at the time. She felt very sad. I just printed the same picture twice in 2 different sizes because I thought it was adorable. And of course I can't remember, because this was 2003, I can't remember what she was upset about, but she was over the other day and saw me working on this layout, and she said, you know what, I kind of feel like that right now also. So that was kind of funny. Here I went ahead and grabbed the Cheeky Studio Easter 2018 ephemera, and I think it just works beautifully. I'm going to build a cluster with that banner in the upper left-hand corner, and I'm going to use some of the sprigs and leaves and feathers from the collection. And I do like that little bunny in the balloon that I put just to the right of her picture, because it is adorable and it looks like a little Easter bunny floating away. So I went ahead and put that down, and here I'm just securing everything with glue because, you know, gesso doesn't really like double-sided tape. So a little bit of thread here for dimension. I've got a lot of texture and dimension going on, but hey, you know, like I warned you, this is going to be heavy-handed. So it is very heavy-handed. She liked the layout though. She thought it turned out okay. So I guess I'm just my biggest critic. I'm not sure. So what else do I do? Oh, I fussy cut out some cameras from an old Maggie Holmes collection, and I'm going to end up adding those to the page. I realize, now that I look back at the page, one of the cameras is sideways, but you kind of have to pay attention to figure that out. So hopefully it doesn't stand out too much. But I thought the little cameras worked perfectly with this layout, and also tied in some of the pink and yellow, well, the pink that's in the words and some of the softer yellows. So I also end up fussy cutting out a little heart from that same paper pad, which I'm going to place right there in that upper left. So there's my little sideways camera. Not sure why I didn't notice that was sideways, but it's down now. I tried to pull it up, and that's not happening. It was glued down very well. And then just building that little cluster out. And I'm going to end up just tucking that underneath that leaf from the Cheeky Studio collection, and I do end up popping that leaf up a little bit, so it has some dimension as well. I thought I would try to incorporate some of the Easter 2018 flair from Cheeky, but I had so much texture, not texture, dimension going on in this layout that it was going to make it too thick, so I just left it off. But I'm going to end up adding a few more sprinkles because why not? It's already so heavily mixed media. I might as well go to town, right? But yeah, I think that's going to finish up the layout. There's going to be still pictures at the end. And like I said, go check out the other girls in this collaboration from the description bar below. They've got their takes on Easter, and there's some really cute layouts that I've seen created. So again, I hope you're having a lovely holiday, and I look forward to having another video for you very soon. And oh, you can see the little grid there, the little chicken wire grid on the background. So Please like and subscribe and hit that bell if you would like notifications of future videos that I'll be sharing. And I will talk to you later. Ta-ta for now. Bye.